Hi everybody, Jessie here from JessieBanks.com and welcome back to another video. So today's video I am sharing with you guys the Greeting Farm mystery box releases. So earlier in 2019 the Greeting Farm released 2 mystery boxes and customers that didn't get the mystery box, etc., including the design team, were begging for them to come into the actual store so you can pick up the ones you want or all of them, etc. And today is the day that those are available. So I'm going to share with you guys all 10 stamp sets as well as each sample I made for each one. So let's start things off here. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Let's start things off here with Bubbles Anya. So she's got her little wand and she's blowing some bubbles, and there's a thing of bubble mix down there. It says Your Bubbles of Joy, and this is the card I made with this one. So it's our little character here, all stamped out, colored up with my Copic markers. And then in the background I drew a bunch of circles and I used a little bit of masking fluid just to make sure those highlights stayed nice and white. And then with my watercolors I went in and painted the bubbles for her. Love that one. The next one I'm going to share here is Your Gem. This is another one of the unicorns to add to the unicorn and pony line that the Greeting Farm has. I love it. You got 2 little gems and the sentiment says Your Gem. And for this one I actually used one of the other stamp sets for the sentiment, but I colored her up with my Copic markers, and then I did some cracked pistachio distress inking, and then I put it through a stencil and added some perfect pearl splatters. You can see how shiny they are on top of it, and kept that card super quick and simple. The next one is where that sentiment came from. This is the lettered set. I love this stamp set. So you have 6 awesome sentiments here. You get hello, thank you, smile, best wishes, big hugs, and love you. So for this one I pulled out one of the older stamp sets. This one here, which is called Nom Nom Nom, and I used the little girl with the ice cream and the little girl with the donut out of that stamp set. It's also available in the store. And I colored them up with my Copic markers, masked off a rectangle, did some pink ink blending, and then used the thank you stamp from that sentiment set. So the next card, let's go out a little. The next card we have, the next stamp set is Aquarina. So this is another one of the mermaids. The sentiment says see you soon. I colored her up with my Copic markers, and I was really into the distress ink with this release. So I distress inked a square, and then I stamped with water a bunch of different circles from a bunch of different sets I had in my stash. I cut the sentiment apart so I could create a long one, and it says see you soon. Did a little fussy cutting into her tail so she's kind of hanging over it, and that's the card for that one. The next one is Best Day Anya. She's got on her little ears and a big bow in her hair. And I used pattern paper for this one. I don't use a lot of pattern paper, but I took the Best Wishes stamp set out of that lettered set again and created just a little speech bubble, fussy cut her out after Copic coloring her up, and popped her up on some red brick and some craft with some white words on the background of it paper, just out of my stash. I've probably had it forever. The 4th stamp set is one of my personal favorites because it's a cheeky, and I love the cheeky line. So this is Cheeky Tat. So you get the little girl with her milkshake and her tattoo, and then another little heart, and the sentiment says, Tats so sweet. Sorry, my son came downstairs. So that's the sentiment. The card I created was this one. So I colored her up with my Copic markers, and then I did a bunch of distress inking around a circle and colored a moon in the background. Did some grass and die cut that out, popped it on top with the sentiment that says, Tats so sweet. Now on to the big sets. So the first one I have here to share with you guys is called Aloha Paradise. You get 5 little characters, a bunch of flowers and leaves, a pineapple, a butterfly, a heart, aloha and mahalo. And this is the card I created with this one. So the card here, I masked everything out and stamped it and colored it all with the Copic markers, including the background. So nothing's ink blended, anything like that. And then I stamped and embossed in white the Aloha sentiment right on top. I loved making that card. That one was super fun. The next set here is called Small Surprises. I love this stamp set. I can't wait to do the rest of the characters out of this one. I did the cake to start. So you get a hamster on a cake, you You get a couple of just little hamsters by themselves, some berries, a strawberry, and a heart, and there's a string with a heart and a star on it. Then you get this one, which is in like a cup of hot chocolate or something, and then more of them in drinks. I just love this stamp set, you guys. I'm going to have to paint them all. And the sentiment says, may your day be filled with small surprises. So I watercolored this one. This is the only card that I watercolored out of the entire set, which is surprising for me. But I stamped it out in Distress ink so that it had a no lines appearance to it. And I colored up all the layers of the cake and the little hamster. And then we've got the banner on top, and I used the sentiment, and I just splashed out some of the colors from the cake in the background just to give it a little bit of a background and then some grounding. Next up is the kitty stamp set. This one's called Cute Kitties. You get 4 kitties and a little bird, and then some presents and a crown and some balloons, and you get How You Feline, For You, and Best Friends Meow and Forever. So what I did was I took this little guy here, and I stamped him twice, but I mirror stamped him. So I stamped him on another piece of rubber and then pressed that one down, and then I just re-outlined it so the lines were just as black as the other one. Colored them up with my Copic markers, popped them on top of a little bit of ink blending, a little bit of twine, and a sentiment, and that one was done. It's super simple. Love how it came out. And the last stamp set for this release is this one. So you get 9 little characters here, all wearing different hats. It's called Happy Hats. So you got like a unicorn, a fox, an owl, a frog, a badger, beaver, bear, whatever you want to make it. A monkey, there's a bear, that's a cat, and that's a bunny. And then you get 6 little words here. You get hoot, foxy, fun, hugs, perfect, and kawaii. And then with that one, I did this. So I colored them up with my Zig Clean Color Real brush pens. I haven't used them in forever. So I colored them up and fussy cut them out. Then I did some distress inking in the background and used one of Tim Holtz's line stencils to make it look like trees off in the distance. You're So Great is a sentiment from another stamp set. I can't remember which one offhand, but it is another greeting from stamp set. So I embossed that in white on black and just added a little stripe paper for details in the bottom. And that's it, guys. That is the entire mystery box release. So all of these are available right now over in the Greeting Farm store. I will have that link in the description box below. And yeah, I will see you very soon with another crafty video. Bye for now.